Hey y'all, I'm Josh Yenne, and today I'm going to go over the lead part in Sitting in Limbo, Jerry's part. It's a good one to learn. I'm just been working on it with a student. It's just a lot of C, F, and G, a whole long C, and it doesn't move very fast, and some quintessential Jerry things. So I'm going to go kind of frame by frame, phrase by phrase, I guess would be the way to say it. And so the first whole thing I'm going to go over that you kind of heard was the start of it, is just the first part, which is just all over C. It's like boom, 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 boom. I mean, this is all over C, and then it gets to an F on. That's our F, okay? So now I'm going to swap and we'll start going through it. All right, there it is. Yeah, I got me up there in the top right. That works well too. All right, so hopefully you can see the guitar well. Looks like it's coming out well. There's no tab, so I'm just going to be talking through this kind of as clean as possible. It's not the easiest thing. I'd call it a pretty advanced lesson. So, okay, so starting on that C, there's like a stop, and Jerry goes, and that is just 3rd fret, low E, open A. And of course, there's different ways to play these. I'm generally thinking I'm getting most of the places that he's playing them, but they can be played different places. Just this quintessential walk up back to the C. 3rd fret open, 2nd fret, and then he does that little walk again, but faster. Okay. So then that's open, 3rd fret A, open D, hammer on the 2nd fret of the D, so that's our echo note, E, and we hit it twice. Then we hit the C note, 3rd fret of the A. Then we pull off 3rd fret to 2nd fret on the D string, back up to 3rd, slide up to the 5th, hit it again. So our phrase so far is okay, a little vibrato there, and then we slide, we're on the 5th fret, we'll slide up to the 7th real quick. Then we're going to go back down to the 3rd, so. Then 3-2, all on the D string. We're going to hit the up to the 5th, and I'm going to check it, which I'm going to do periodically to make sure that I'm not losing track. So it's going to come up here. That's D string, slide up to the 7th, and back to the 5th. 3rd, 2, so. Then hit the 5th again, all on the D string, delta string. Hammer on 2 to 3, 2 again. Then the 5th fret of the A string, 3rd fret, 3rd fret of the low E, so this G note here. Then D again, 5th fret of the A string, or open, could be either. I think he's doing the fretted one. And then the G again. So we're going. Sorry, I did a slide into the D, it just goes. Now, I would probably switch to my 1st finger here, but however you do it, let's go on. So that's 3rd fret of the low E, 3rd fret of the A, 5th fret of the A, and we're sliding up to the 7th fret, because we're going to get up into this position of our C chord. We're still on a C major here, so we're going to the G shape here. So, okay, then we're going to do this. And that is B string, 2nd string, 8, 6, 5, all as a pull off. Then 7th string, or 7th fret, G string. And then we're going to go chromatically up from 5 up to 8. So, okay. Then we're going to play the 8th fret of the high E, still all on a C. out of this shape now. Okay, so 5th fret, and he's going to kind of rock back and forth to this note here on the B string 8th fret, this G note. So it hits the G real quick, then 6th fret of the high E, then 5th fret. Sorry, I think that's what it's going. 6th fret of the B, and then back up to the 8th fret of the B, the 2nd string. Yep. And then he's going. And this is where we're going to go to our F. We're going to go to this shape of our F, our C shape of the F, with the root here on the 8th fret. So hopefully you know what that is. But so pull off again. I think it's going 8, 6, 5. I'd have to listen to it. Maybe he's going chromatic, but I think it's. But you could do it either way. But I think what he's doing, if I remember right, is 8, 6, 5. 7th fret of the G, then hit the 5th fret of the B again, and then 6, 7 on the G string, 5th fret of the G string, then we hit our 7th fret of the D string, and that's that whole first phrase getting to this F. So he's hitting the 3rd of the F. So okay, so that whole part. That's our F. 4 chord. Okay, let me get the next one in my brain. So the next part is going to be on that F, going back to the C. So it's going. And that's where we're going to take it from. So, okay, the phrasing is like this. I believe, something like that. You'll hear it, but that's, so you could, I'm starting with the C here on the 8th fret of the low, but you could start with it here, 3rd fret of the A. It's kind of hard to tell what she's doing. You could be going, but I think it's probably staying in this position. Okay, so we're just going kind of straight up the scale with one added note here. So going 8, 5, 7, 8. Straight up this scale position. And then 5, 6, 7 on the D string. 5 on the G. 7, 5. And then getting to 6 on the B string, so that F note. Okay, so I played it a little wrong when I played it at the very beginning, but just by one note, so it's going on after that thing, after this walk. Okay, so once you get up to this F note, play it again. 6, 5, 8, and then 5 on the high E. 6, 5, 6, 8, 5. Then 8 of the high E, slide up to 10 of the high E. So did I say that? Yeah. Slide up to 10, and then back to the 8. Here, this is the high E. And then kind of a slide, I think, from 8 up to 10 on the B string. Okay, so go on. Then slide up to the 12th fret of the high E. 10, 8 to 10, slide, 8, 10, 12, then hit 10 again. Bend up to the 13th, so you're bending up to that F note. And then hit 10 again. Then go up to the 13th and slide up to the 15th, that G, and that's where we're changing back to our 1 chord. So slow, hopefully. Okay, now we're back to our C. All right, so the next phrase, we're back on our C. When we get up to this 15th fret, it's the 5 of our 1 chord, or C. Does this little arpeggio. So that's a 15th fret, high E, 12th fret of the high E, 13th fret of the B, 12th fret of the G. And then he's going to do that again. Let me get the phrasing exactly. So the phrasing is kind of like this. Okay, so does that arpeggio slow, and then he does it fast. And then sounds like sliding down from the 12th fret to 10th, 9th. So then we're going to this walk-up thing, and let me make sure I get the phrasing. Okay, so now we're going to do this little walk down. Let's go on after we get down that. Okay, so now we're going to go down here back to that same G position, G shape of our C here. So 5th fret, we're kind of building off of with our first finger. We're going G string, 5, 7, then 5 on the B, pull off 6 to 5, come back to 6, and then that's 8, 6, 5, 6, 5, yep, then 7, 5, so after that pull off, 6, 7 of the G, 5 of the B, and then 7, 5 of the G, 5 of the B, 7, 5 pull off on the G, slide down to the 4 of the G. And let me get that phrase real quick. Okay, so that phrase just it's a little like straighter at the end there. You really hear him pull off to that, or he might pick it actually. I'd have to listen to it again, but it's not that important. Okay, now we're to that part. So here is going through next little bit. So it's going. We're down here on this G, and we're gonna play just right out of this G shape here. And we're just gonna go. Okay, so that is just out of this G shape. You could hold it down if you wanted to, but I would do it like that at worst. We're just going 4 on the G string, 5 on the D, back to 4. And then 3, 4, 3, and then high E on the so 3, 3, high E, B. Yep, that's the phrase going. So we're doing this over G7 because it's our 5 chord. If you don't know what that means, get a teacher, it's important. So we're going just what I said. We're walking up strings 3, 4, 3. Yeah, those are the strings 3, 4, 3, and it's 4, 5, 4 are the frets. Sorry, get a better angle. And then our pinky out here on the 6th fret of the B, and slide up to the 8th fret. So yeah, so the chords we're doing here are like G. This is over F, back to G, and then back to C. So we're on our G here. And then we're going. Okay, let me get that phrasing timing. Our phrasing is. Okay. Okay, I'm playing it slow there. It's going. This is when we're going back to our F. This F right here. So we're going, after we get up to this 8th fret of the B, we're going 10th fret, or sorry, 7th fret of the high E. Back to that 8th fret of the B. 10th fret of the B. Back to the 7th fret of the high E. Then 8, 7 on the high E. Slide up to the 10. And then 8, high E. And then back to the 10th of the B string. That's when we're going back to our F. So this is over a G. There's our F. Okay, then we're going to do this little walk down from the 10th fret high E, chromatic down to 7th. All right, make sure I get the timing. Yep, so that's the timing. We're going. So we're pulling off from 10 to 7, and then strike that on the 7th when you get there. And then we're going to slide real quick from 6 to 7 and walk back up the 10th, and then you're picking it. So, okay, yep, ends like that. Don't know if I said those last two notes, but walk up, slide 6, 7, and then 7, 8, 7, 8. Now we're back on our C right there. Now we just have a little ending phrase. Okay, so this last little phrase is kind of interesting. So it's going kind of sliding from F to E. I would probably do it on this A string, 8th fret, 7th, and then we're going D to C notes here, delta to Charlie, so that's G string, 7 to 5. Then hits the E real quick again. And then goes back up to 5 on the G. Then 8, 7, 5 on the D string. And then it hammers on D to E. And kind of does this little slurbery slide down to C. Let me see if I can get the phrasing there. Yeah, kind of, actually kind of goes from 6 to 7, so. And he kind of slides down from 7, making sure he hits this minor third pretty heavily here on the 6th string, and down to the 1st, or down to the 3rd fret of the A string, so the root of our chord. You might slide all the way down like that, or you might go, kind of hard to tell. Maybe he does it the whole way. And then he goes, and he slides 2 to 3, 5, the A, 2nd fret of the A string to the B note, then back up to the C, and that's when the mandolin takes it. So, that timing was off, but hopefully you get it. Messed it up again, but hopefully you get it. Hopefully that helps, y'all. Thank you. Enjoy.